John 15, verse 4. In the NLT, it says remain, but that's our word abide. But the NLT translators must have thought, well, the abide thing may not make the connection to today's culture. And so the word remain is actually a more descriptive word. Remain, always. Remain always. Abide in me, and I will remain. I will remain always. Abide in you. For a branch cannot produce fruit if it is severed from the vine, meaning not always remaining in or abiding, and you cannot be fruitful unless you remain always or abide in me. Man, that's a powerful verse. This verse is powerful in the NLT. Let me put it up in the Amplified Bible. You should own one. It's a paraphrase. We call it a paraphrase, but it amplifies the meaning of the original language in each verse. John 15:4 in the Amplified Bible says, dwell. There's that same thing. Live. Live in me. Live in me, not just when you're having a hard time, not just when you need a life preserver thrown to you. Live every breath, every moment, live in me, and I will dwell in me, and I will live in you. And then in brackets, the Amp Bible says, live in me, and I will live in you. Just as no branch can bear fruit of itself without abiding in. And here's such a great thing. This is actually definition, which the Amp Bible does a lot, puts the definition of the Greek word translated abide right here in parentheses, being vitally united to. Do you see it behind me? Without abiding in, which means being vitally united. Vitally united to Christ. This is inseparable. Vital is a word of a life source. This is your life source, to be united to Christ. Without abiding in, being vitally united to the vine, neither can you bear fruit unless you abide, unless you are vitally united in me. The phrase being vitally united to, it's a definition. It's put in there to amplify a Greek word for abide. Being vitally united to Christ comes from always communing with him at his table. What does it mean to be vitally united with Christ? It means to live in his presence, to feed on his goodness, to always be communing with him always. Best definition of abide that I've seen, and I've looked at a lot of them. It's not on the wall, so just listen. It's a continuous living in union with Christ.